Welcome back, everybody. You're with us here on Rugby TV. Great to have you with us. Of course, the big thing that's happening at the moment is the score. Western Province Club Rugby Sevens is rolling out at the Kraaifontein Rugby Football Club as well as the Goodwood Rugby Football Club. 40 teams, 3 regions, and 6 pools. Well, it's absolutely fantastic as we see the clubs getting together, and the spirit continues. Jerome, one of the things that I again jumped out for me was arriving at the field. Everybody's mingling. Everybody's talking about, you know, different leagues, different teams. That's one of the things that I love about the Score Sevens is how everybody's interacting and everybody's happy.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, as you say, you see guys of Whistling Weald sit with guys of St. George's people sit with Bilha. Even the players, when they walk around, you can see with the different jerseys, they walk around and talking to each other. And it's just really good, and I haven't heard one bad word at Kraaifontein or St. George's. Yeah. No one is complaining about the ref, so it's a good atmosphere.
Well, the other thing that jumped out for me, and I'm sure we can see some of the warming ups and that behind me behind the scenes now, but was walking around the side of the field, and you know, I was saying hello to some of the players and coaches there. It was just quite how technical the guys are now. They're not just pitching up the field and playing rugby. I was hearing everybody talking about very specific positions. They were talking about very specific who's going to come on at what time of the, you know, everything. Every time I walked past somebody, there was a plan. It was, the discussion was very strategic.
Yeah, and like you say, if you watch it, if you watch the warm-up, it was interesting for me also. If you watch the warm-up, you can see it's 7 specific. They do their agility, they do their passing, they step, they do everything. They've got poles on the field. It's like very professional. So well done to the coaches. I mean, it's not like, you can see they've done their homework. It's not like a typical 15s warm-up. As you say, you can see the guys are passing, they short passes, long passes. And it's typical sevens warm-up, which is good.
Well, that was the other thing that also struck me, was the relationship between the management and, like you say, for example, the fitness coaches or strength and conditioning coaches. The senior coach would be standing one side and let the S&C coach do his job. And then when that was time to finish, then there was a good communication in what I saw amongst the coaches. It's completely different to what we saw 7 years ago. You know, 7 years ago there'd be one coach, or 10 years ago there was one coach that pitch up the field, throw the ball around. It's just this. It's so organized now.
No, it's exactly, and you can see the manager now. The guys they have to have their cards. They go and they show the cards to the ref, and it's perfectly organized. All the players are registered, and if guys come late, they have to go report and say this guy came late, there's a card. So it's very well organized.
All right, folks, let's take a look at some of the highlights between Belha and LC Safir. Both those teams coming through, I believe, unbeaten in Pool A for the Region 1.
Yeah, I've spoken to Warren Isaacs, who's coaching the Bellville Sevens, and they use a lot of the under 20 guys. You can see there's maybe 1 or 2 guys who played in the first team. The rest is basically under 20 guys, And they've done well. I mean, they've sort of unbeaten on Saturday.
Yeah,
so
well, both of those teams, I mean, if we talk there about Brackenfell, at least Hands and Hearts and Belleville, those two teams have both won the score sevens before.
Yeah.
So they obviously are more, or let's say they're now well known as seven specialists.
Yeah, they are. And like I say, I mean, we know the skill that Hands and Hearts guys have. We know the skills that Belleville guys have, and that's why they play in. But like I say, it's good. And I saw Hands and Hearts also have a few younger guys, because I think they're gonna have to do something with all the older players that they have. So it's good to see that Belleville and Hands and Hearts are using the younger guys now.
Yeah, well, we're talking about Hands and Hearts. We know that it's always derby time when it's Hands and Hearts and Scottsdene. Let's take a look at some of the highlights here of this game, Hands and Hearts against Scottsdene. Folks, that was, of course, Hands and Hearts in Scottsdene. When we come back from the break, we're going to take a look at some of the other results and fixtures, and we'll show you some more highlights from that match, Hands and Hearts against Scottsdene. Don't go away, back in a second.